Armed like a military unit, wearing bulletproof vests and carrying heavy weapons, this is what the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, considered to be one of the most militarized and dangerous criminal organizations in the world, looks like. Its leader, Nemesio Oseguera, known as El Mencho, was killed in an operation by the Mexican army, supported by intelligence from the United States. According to the authorities, the operation was carried out jointly by the Army and the National Guard in the state of Jalisco. The news of the cartel leader's death almost immediately provoked reaction from his men in various parts of the country. I would like to emphasize that the National Coordinated Headquarters is operating around the clock. Ministers and their teams, as well as the Ministry of Internal Affairs, are participating in it in order to maintain constant cooperation with all state authorities. This headquarters was established yesterday after the operation, and I would like to thank all the governors because they all remained in close coordination and exchanged information. Normal life has been paralysed in many regions of the country. Armed men began blocking roads with burning trucks, buses and cars, and there were arson attacks on stores and infrastructure. For years, the cartel has been using the tactic of so-called narco blockades, coordinated vehicle fires and road closures in multiple locations simultaneously to paralyse the activities of the authorities and cause chaos. Operations were suspended at some airports in the region, and passengers waited hours for information about their flights. Security services increased their presence in terminals, fearing further escalation of violence. The situation is particularly tense in Guadalajara, and there was an attempt to storm the airport and the tourist resort of Puerto Vallarta, where the cartel attacked several hotels. Local authorities appealed to the public to limit their movements and stay at home. We are very afraid. We only go out when necessary because people don't know if they should go out at all and what to do. The authorities have introduced emergency security procedures and increased the presence of security forces. Special army units have been deployed to many areas. We have gotten through the critical hours responding to incidents in different parts of the state and the metropolitan area. Coordination between the various services at all levels of the government has been crucial. The main objective is to ensure the safety of the population. That is why, early this morning, during this security meeting, which remains in constant mode, we activated a code red, which is still in effect. In recent years, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel has grown into one of the two most powerful criminal organizations in the country, alongside the Sinaloa Cartel, known from the days of El Chapo. Experts emphasize that from the beginning, the CJNG has developed structures resembling a paramilitary formation, with heavy weapons, armored vehicles, and trained troops at its disposal. At the moment, various sectors of public opinion, business people, the Catholic hierarchy in the United States will view Claudia Sheinbaum's government positively. However, I'm not sure that the majority of the population, which is suffering from roadblocks set up by drug cartels, bus hijackings, panic spread on social media, and arson attacks on stores across the country, will accept or support this attempted arrest, which ended with the killing of El Mencho. The organization controlled key drug trafficking routes to the United States, including fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. For years, U.S. authorities have considered its leader one of the most dangerous drug traffickers in the world and offered a multi-million-dollar reward for his capture. Their involvement in the operation at the intelligence level is of great importance for the safety of American citizens in Mexico. Due to ongoing security operations in multiple states and related road blockages and criminal activity, U.S. citizens should shelter in place in named locations until further notice. Actions to take: beware of your surroundings. Avoid areas around law enforcement activity. Seek shelter and minimize unnecessary movements. Monitor local media for updates. Follow the directions of local authorities and in case of emergency, call 911. Avoid crowds. Keep family and friends advised of your location and well-being via phone, text, and social media. Analysts are comparing the effects of this operation to the arrest of El Chapo over a decade ago and are warning of a possible leadership struggle within the cartel. Mexican authorities are announcing further action against criminal organizations, but the threat level remains high in many regions of the country. That is why the embassies of most countries in Mexico warn against traveling to the country and instruct citizens already on its territory to comply strictly with announcements and orders from state authorities.